Hello, this is Randy Schoeneman with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is July 13th, 2017, and we're doing a video inspection at 1517 East 8th Avenue. Customers had some backups here in the last week and a half, and we've cabled out, didn't get any resistance at all. We're looking at a line that was installed back in, let me just double check here, looks like May 24th, 1955 is when it was inspected. At that age, it doesn't say on the permit what the material is. It would make sense that it's Orangeburg, and after having our video camera in here going out, we definitely have Orangeburg. The line going out, you're basically going to have iron within a few feet of the foundation wall, then it'll switch over to the Orangeburg. At the property line, it'll transfer over to what we see here, which is about a 4 to 6 inch, this is probably 4-inch tile, and then it goes into a 6-inch tile in the city sewer, and that's where we're looking at, what we're looking at right now. The line comes in probably at around 2 o'clock into the pipe, so you've got good drop going into it. As we're pulling back, we see nice, even-looking seams. Aspect-wise, just before we get too far here, the bottom of the pipe is always going to be where you see the light. We've done quite a few toilet flushes to wash some of the debris out. And the bottom of the pipe right now is in the upper right-hand corner where the light is at. We see just those aren't even, those are just a little bit of remnant roots from God knows what, because we sure didn't hit any. You can see how the bottom of the pipe kind of turns around a little bit. Right here before it drops, you see a little separation at this joint. It stair steps downwards, so you do lose a little bit of that 4-inch volume, but it's nothing I would be super concerned about. Pulling back, we have a fairly flat grade. It's been a while since we've flushed a toilet, and you see a little bit of standing water there. The lens on my camera, bottom of the pipe again here on the left-hand side of the screen. But right here we do have a separation that kind of goes the wrong way. You can see here where we have just a little bit of water. Right here we drop into a little bit more. Right here is the transition with the Orangeburg. Bit of standing water. And that was, by the way, at about 40 feet and a few inches from the cleanout we're working through in the basement bathroom. A little more standing water. Again, this is a little area of concern because, of course, you want things to be able to drain out. What happens is the solids will accumulate in a pool like this, build up, give you a backup, and start causing problems inside the house. The water will drain out, but the solids remain, and they just tend to catch more and more debris. Right here we see at the bottom of the pipe, this is what your Orangeburg pipe will do more of as it ages. Right here you can see we're going around a blister on the pipe. It hasn't grown very large, but of course with the water it'll make it get bigger. This is compressed tar paper material with a little bit of a filament in it to reinforce it. We're getting a little deeper in the water here. And of course can't tell what's under the water in terms of pipe or anything, but looking at the top everything looks good. This area right here at the top of your screen, you can see a blister. Oh, no, I take that back. Yeah, no, that is a blister. It's caught some debris. It's been torn off from possibly our cabling attempt. More than likely it's from previous ones because, again, we didn't see any resistance. Again, this is pipe that should be round. Here's another little blister here that's growing. That could be a little bit of a debris backup too, but it looks like blistering. Here we get into another puddle. And right here is a pretty significant one. This is at about 30 feet. Right here we drop completely underwater, so this is an area that is going to cause a backup for sure at some point in time with sludge. My cable on my machine was pretty wet coming out. But right here we're at about 31 feet and a half. And right here we start coming out of it, then back into it. And again, my camera lens is 1.5 inches, and we are completely underwater here. And here we come out at 24 feet. So this is a pretty sizable, we call them a belly, but it has to basically drain uphill before it goes back downhill. into the sewer. Here's another one. This is at, we have a little pop up here at 24 feet. We drop right into water again. Fecal material hanging out there, and on the left right there, that's a blister in the Orangeburg. In fact, yep, definitely a blister. A little more material from the back up. Here we have a little more standing water at about 20 feet out. Another little belly. And here at 14 feet we have pretty normal looking grade. We're still in Orangeburg. You can see from this aspect that the pipe is starting to ovalize a little bit. Right there's where they join two pipes together. Looks like it is ovalizing. Another little pool there, pretty shallow one. Continuing to pull back, we just passed the 10-foot mark. Ovalized, but not super bad right now. Right here it looks like we are looking at some of the debris there on the lower left, we might be in iron at this point. Yeah, we are. Right here you can see the color change. That identifies it as iron. Looks like it does have to go uphill, and again we've got a pretty decent sized belly right here, so probably right about here at 6 feet, 6.5 feet is where we transition into the iron. Come right back up. This is all normal looking iron. You just see basically rust and some other material. The standing water is a little bit of concern. That could just be from the elevation of the Orangeburg. Here we're starting to pull up to where we're working at from the clean out. Gonna flush a toilet right here. This is probably where it ties in. Yep. So that's where the basement toilet ties into the line, and we're coming up the clean out right here. And this is where we were working, right under the water meter. Again, this is Randy Schuneman with Levi Karthman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is still November 13th, 2017, and that will conclude this video inspection. Thank you very much for choosing Bulldog Rooter.